Welcome back to the Final Fantasy Epic Midlife Crisis Marathon. I am starting on Final Fantasy II. I'm playing it on a PlayStation TV I just got in the mail. Oh, this is supposed to be a new game. I got it in the mail today. I'm going to play the Dawn of Souls version. I think it's technically the PlayStation... it's like a PlayStation 2 classic or PlayStation 1. It's a PlayStation 1 classic. But it looked a little bit better than the Game Boy Advance version. And the audio is way better. I'm hoping this fucking cutscene actually plays without being all choppy. I've tried starting this video a few times something about the download and the recording and everything was making this intro video really choppy to the point where I had to stop. Not that this video is that important, but Final Fantasy II, this game was originally skipped coming stateside. They released, instead, Final Fantasy IV came out here as Final Fantasy II in America, so people could be super confused. Final Fantasy II, 3, and 5 all kind of skipped America on their first release. And then they had to go back, and when Final Fantasy got really popular with 7, they kind of went back and fixed the naming and re-released them all and started releasing them all. Final Fantasy II sort of is not considered one of the better of them because it's got a really frustrating battle system. It's kind of got some weird password systems in it and stuff. But it sort of starts a lot of things that became Final Fantasy traditions. I believe this is the first Moogles in a video game. It might have the first Chocobos of the Final Fantasies, where you have a little bird you ride. It's got a weird exploitable battle system, which is kind of fun. It's the one that starts actual characters and narratives, so you don't have like just kind of like blank slate role-playing characters that have no like personalities. It's supposed to be telling you an actual story of, you know, these characters that are on the screen, you know. I've tried playing it before. I think I got pretty far when I played the Game Boy Advance one, but I don't honestly think I beat this one. I'm gonna beat it this time because I got to get moving on to Final Fantasy 3. So, wow, I didn't think this intro was gonna be this long. So this is clearly some old school PlayStation fucking CGI footage. PlayStation era was a fun time for role-playing game enthusiasts. Final Fantasy VII, of course, brought a lot of us into... Well, not me. I mean, I was playing Final Fantasy way before 7, but it brought a lot of people into the Final Fantasy and RPG kind of genre. I love how if you saw the original Nintendo graphics for this were pretty much cut and paste from the old school, like they're just the Final Fantasy 1 graphics. So like I like how the remake really makes the characters look like new characters. Like they look like the box art characters. They look like the characters that were you're just dead. Those Black Knights look completely different than the fucking the other one. So the original 8-bit game looked exactly like Final Fantasy with some just like a few new character like sprites and stuff, but most of it looked exactly the same. Like your lead character just looked like a knight from Final Fantasy 1. It's kind of cool now. He has like the blue hair and everything. The music on this version is so much better. It's nice and clear and CD quality instead of kind of the weird Game Boy Advance. The Game Boy Advance, power-wise, should sound like a Super Nintendo, but something about it also sounds a little off at all't. Like, it doesn't have quite the crisp cleanness of the actual Super Nintendo when you're playing it. Neither, and while some of the best music's probably on the Super Nintendo, it's still that, you know, it's not quite a CD quality. While this will be. One of the reasons I'm not playing the Game Boy Advance version of Final Fantasy VI when I get to it is because the music's so terrible compared to the actual version of it, the actual Super Nintendo version of it. And then I won't be playing the PlayStation version of Final Fantasy VI because it's got a bunch of added loading because it's on a fucking CD instead of a cart. So that's a problem. Bunch of loading in between battles. That's why I was kind of worried about playing this version. See, like this one, the other game, you basically start off as heroes. It's like, hey, you're the hero's a warrior, you're the warriors of light, and you finally showed up, save us. And then this one, you're these failed young children characters that need to that are sent away because you're not ready to do anything. This is this first thing that people hate about this game, or love if they're, you know, into weird stuff, is you have to memorize these passwords, and then they use these passwords to, like, open up dialogue situations. People get pissed off because if you don't talk to the right person and memorize passwords, like the keywords in the right place, you kind of get stuck. Oh, like this, I missed this. I literally missed this when I tried to play it. Oh, you can't memorize Canoe. That's just telling you need a special item. But like, people will talk to you, and you have to like memorize their words. So you have to talk to the right people to memorize their words to tell other people to open up situations and get you further in the game. And it's just one of those things that's frustrating. It seems needlessly complex when you're trying to chill and play Final Fantasy. I have to get used to the controllers. The controller literally, I'm pretty sure it's like a mirror image of what the controller is on the, like the button layout is on the Super Nintendo controller I was using for Final Fantasy 1. So like run and actions are backwards on the controller. It feels weird. I have to get used to it. I honestly, like, I know I have to kind of go out and battle a while and grind in this game, which you really don't have to. The battle system in this game's it's similar to like a modern RPG like Oblivion, where like the actions you take power you up. So every time you attack something, you get powered up. When you take damage, it kind of levels your health up and your defense up. So you have to, I guess I didn't really need to rest already in this game. I like how they separate out differently in this one than they do the other Final Fantasy stuff. So what happens is the battle system's super exploitable because you can actually just attack yourself earlier in the game to make your health and defense and attack go up, which seems really absurd to that, like, strategically you're better off kind of attacking yourself to level up in this game. The original even had another exploit where you could attack and cancel your attack over and over again in order to every time you attack, it would consider it an attack. So if you hit attack and then cancel, you would just do that over and over again, and it would power you up. I just need to buy white magic before I leave. I just gotta get cure magic. It's gonna take all my money, but I can buy 2 of those and start powering up my fucking cure spell, which I need to do. Saving on the memory cards with the CD drives and everything were so slow back in the day that this version of Final Fantasy started off with a like a memo file to make you be able to save really quickly. It's another problem I'm going to have with this version over the Game Boy Advance. It's going to take just a little bit longer to save. It takes just Everything takes just a little bit longer. It's kind of grindy. It takes a little bit longer to get into battles because there's a slight kind of like pause for loading. The trade-off is I do believe the graphics are quite a bit better. As you can see, the battle doesn't look nearly as pixelized. Looks a little bit cleaner. But I honestly don't even know where I would need to go right now. I know I need to go like north somewhere to do some nonsense, but you also kind of want to like just spend a little bit of time around the first town, maybe buy some stuff before you leave, you know? Kind of grind out some imps. It's got the see, if I would have played the Game Boy Advance version of this, the music for the battles would have been exactly the same. Like, it's the same song, but I'm pretty sure it would have been exactly the same sound. So, it's nice to get away from hearing that fucking battle music for another 25 hours. Alright, well this episode's probably long enough, so I'm gonna go fucking grind for a while and see you on the next episode. Hopefully I'll be further into Final Fantasy 2 by then.